What we see in the pictures are like cracks, like the earth is cracking.
Indeed, the earth is cracking, so it's rupturing.
So eventually, there's going to be nothing left.
It is shocking. This is a disaster waiting to happen. And
it's happening.
It is happening, but we don't want to see people losing their lives.
So it cannot be reversed easily. It would require a serious effort by government that involves relocating people from the area.
Is it safe to say that the locals are the ones who are encouraging this illegal mining?
We are heard by the locals. The mayor come from Zimbabwe.
In part 1 and 2 of the series, we highlighted industrial-scale illegal chrome mining in the Atok area of Limpopo and in Mpumalanga, Northwest Province. Man-made disasters of potential calamitous proportions. What experts feared is now reality. On Friday, the 24th of April, we were sent these pictures and a message of despair from a concerned Atok resident who wrote, quote, "With what they're saying, the ground falling is happening at an increased pace as it started yesterday around 1600 hours. But today, they woke up with the fall of ground covering a larger area moving towards R37. The R37 is the main road connecting Polokwane, Limpopo and Mbombela, Mpumalanga. What is your assessment from the pictures themselves?
From what I've seen, I have no doubt that that land damage is all due to the illegal mining.
Dr. Tebogo Makubela is a geologist at the University of Johannesburg, currently in China on a research visit. What we see in the pictures are like cracks, like the earth is cracking. Well, just explain to us in geological terms what is happening there.
Indeed, the earth is cracking, so it's rupturing. And these are things you would expect to see when there is like a large earthquake in an area, right? Or volcanic activities that is tearing the earth apart. And these are things that are happening naturally in different parts of the world, like in East Africa. But in South Africa, such does not happen naturally. It's not happening at the level where we expect natural earthquakes to happen, right? At the same time, it is not calcification, which is the process of forming sinkholes and caves by natural processes. But what's happening in the area, all this illegal mining, where they are digging, and you look at how they are digging, well, they're just digging holes anywhere, chasing whatever metal deposit they can find, the chrome in this case. And the way they dig, they are not following established protocols of mining.
An expert in established protocols of mining is Associate Professor Hendrik Grobler, Head of Mining Engineering and Surveying at UJ. He explains what's happening underground in Atok through a brilliant, easy-to-follow demonstration.
So this is the portion we want to mine over here, okay? So in order to do that, as we mine, I'm going to just push this away, okay? So as we mine, you can see the cavity being created here. What the guys do is they leave pillars. Now, I'm just using matchboxes now to explain pillars. So as you mine and you take this out, you're going to end up leaving pillars behind, like this, to keep the roof supported. So now this is stuff that you've taken out and mined. The boxes is also chrome, it's also material. But it's stuff that you leave behind.
For support?
For support,
yeah.
To keep the roof up. Mm-hmm. And if you're leaving money behind, because this is money. This is still the same stuff as you mine, but you're leaving this for future, to leave this safely.
Intact.
Intact.
Yeah.
So now we're in an area like we discussed.
A residential
houses
area.
A residential area. This is power lines, a road, houses, creche, whatever. Someone comes in and they take a pillar No problem. They take another piece here. Or when they mine, they want to mine as much as possible. They leave only the smallest pieces that they can. Take another one here. No problem. Maybe you can see it's bending a little bit. And that's the cracks you showed me on the video. That bending could be the cracks. Take one more. The whole area where these pillars are not intact has now collapsed, including the infrastructure on top.
And
that's the
lives
risk.
and people.
That's it. So if someone was sleeping in the house, and it's not going to happen when you take this pillar out, that's the bad thing. Now you have a bomb waiting to go off. 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 years, 20 years, you don't know. Then it collapses. And there's no maps of this. Nobody knows that this is going to happen. You buy a house from the next guy. You don't know there's actually a hole under your house. You see cracks on surface. It's cracks. You don't know where it's from. And this is the result.
Dr. Makubela says mining methods are matters of life and death.
You go to a mine, if they're digging directly from the surface, what we call an adit or a shaft, it's at a very shallow angle because the physics have to make sense. You know, the mechanics have to make sense. But these guys, they don't respect that rocks have got their own properties as well. And rocks happen to be more brittle than ductile, meaning that they don't flow, they snap and they fracture, they crack, which is why we are seeing the cracks all over the land surface in this area.
Sometimes the guys would put sticks in, wooden sticks or props to keep it up. That wood deteriorates. That wood isn't there forever. So eventually there's going to be nothing left. It comes down.
So what should be happening now? What should government be doing now?
There should be stronger regulations, and I think the word is consequences for guys mining illegally and not mining in the correct areas.
They're not just, destroying the land surface, but they're also destroying and, in fact, putting their lives at risk because these collapses can happen with them underground easily.
When Checkpoint was in Atok in February, locals were mum about who is mining, for how much, and for whom. This time, a Zimbabwean digger agreed to divulge some detail of ongoing operations and the disastrous damage caused. He was fully aware of the pillars theory Professor Grobler had aptly explained.
You can manage to talk to those guys with, okay, leave the pillars so that the roof cannot fall down. You can manage to talk to them. But if you are not around, they just hit the pillars. If they hit the pillars, like here,
there you can see the guy with the bucket. There's the pillar. Do you see the pillars there? But that pillars are already like hourglass shaped. Look there. That tells you that that thing is about to fail. That tells you that that thing's about to fail. Look how thin that is.
Okay, so people who are digging, they quickly close so that it doesn't create attention.
Exactly.
What you are trying to say.
Exactly.
We indeed found signs sand had recently been poured over the cracks. Following Robert Mugabe's controversial land reform program, artisanal chrome mining saw a rise in Zimbabwe. The transfer of formerly white-owned farms also availed mining areas enclosed to them. South Africa holds 72.7% of the world's chrome, according to the International Chromium Development Association. Zimbabwe is a significant but distant second with 13.2% proven resource and rife artisanal mining activity. Svijafani, 184 kilometers from Bulawayo, is a mining town known for small-scale artisanal chrome mining.
Chrome is used in every single thing we touch. From your phone battery, your laptop battery, it's got chrome in it. Obviously, if you've got stainless steel knives and forks in your house, that's chrome. There's chrome in there. Chrome is used both to harden metal as well as to prevent it from rusting. That's the primary use of chrome. Okay, so car springs, okay.
And bottles, you said earlier.
So yes, so
Like beer
if you're
bottles.
looking at a green beer bottle, the green in the bottle is from chrome. That's actually a chemical process that's used in coloring for green stuff. In medicines, we spoke about mercurochrome, but a lot of medicines have chrome in it. So chrome is used industrially for everything you touch in your life. If it's shiny, there's a good chance that there's chrome somewhere in there.
So if it's used in just about everything, why are we not using our own chrome? Why are we sending it to China and all these other areas?
The chrome, the one reason why chrome is used so much is because chrome has got a very high smelting point. So in order to pull the chrome out of the rock or melt it, you need a very high temperature. That high temperature is started and maintained in a smelter. As far as I know, and it's not my field of experience, but I think we've got two big smelting complexes in South Africa. The one is near Lydenburg in the Mpumalanga and in the Brits area. But they need power, and solar energy, wind power is not good enough. You need a consistent supply of a lot of electricity to keep those
24/7.
24/7.
You can't switch
It's
it
like
off.
you've got something on the stove boiling, it needs to keep on boiling. The moment the power dips, you've lost that product. Okay, so they need to make sure that that chrome stays in that field. So one, we don't have sufficient power supply in the country to do it. And two, of course, it's way cheaper to just sell it directly and get the money immediately than keeping it back, putting it through that beneficiation process, which is expensive. But then you have stainless steel and all of that material.
And jobs,
And
surely.
jobs.
In 2011, Zimbabwe banned raw chrome ore exports to promote beneficiation. The ban was lifted 4 years later when government failed to walk its talk.
These guys, South Africans, they say, okay, come and work. Then you come and work.
And how much do they pay you to do that work?
All right, cheaper. If you manage to get the buyer that pays a lot of money, he pays 30,000, but cheaper.
And you share it amongst how many people?
For the place and the electricity, we give them 10,000.
Being mates. Ke bona ba reng a go epiwe
ka jarateng tša bona ke moka ge ba feditše a ke re maybe tla be fele a re tse gore na go dira jwang ka molafase ke moka jana ba khwetsa gore ka ga maagišane e gona ba no re tla re tsene ge o feditše ka ga gago wa tla ka ga maagišane ko re tla gore o senya saka lokiša sa gago.
Chrome, and in the area we were speaking about, is worth about 2,000 Rand a ton. So that means you need something the size of this table, and you'll get 2,000 Rand for it on the market. I can bet you now that's not what that tunny that sold a yard to whoever wants to mine it is getting for that chrome.
They're selling it for, they say, 30,000 rands per tipper. So,
Per tipper.
yeah.
So that a tipper is 34 tons. If you're looking at these big chrome trucks, it takes about 34 tons at 2,000 Rand. That's 60,000 Rand. So they're only getting half the price that they can get for it.
So operations are continuing underground on a daily basis.
People, they work.
Do police come here and check, maybe? Do you have patrols, police coming here and checking if things are being done?
Police came.
And what do they do?
They arrest.
They arrest people.
Mm.
But if people are continuing to work on a daily basis,
You see, police, they come and arrest. Okay? If police gone, people decide to work.
So is it safe to say that the locals are the ones who are encouraging this illegal mining? You guys are hired by the locals.
We are hired by the locals. Me, I come from Zimbabwe. I can't just come and starting digging.
So what do you use to dig? Do you use excavators? Do you do like manual?
Jackhammers.
and the electricity to operate the jackhammers, do you use generators? How do you?
They supply us.
The homeowners supply you with
Yes. Also for that 10,000 for the rent, the electricity, everything. We just buy food for the guys only. 8,000 is going for the guys that are drilling. 5,000 for the best job. Those guys to take it out. 1,500 for the food. Then they left one of the machine
of the jackhammer.
of the jackhammer. Yeah.
Big mining houses, people always see them as the bad guys. But if they do something wrong, within a day, the inspector can close them. And it's called a Section 54. And they will close that mine from any operations until that problem is fixed. An illegal miner, no problem. They just hide away when the police comes past and they're gone. There's no consequences for them.
At ages 70 and 76, this Limpopo couple hoped for a peaceful retirement in their home village of Gangwana in the Sekhukhune district. But peace has been absent in this home, replaced by a more regular visitor, fear. So petrified are these septuagenarians, they did not want their faces shown.
maphelo a rena ya ama maphelo a rena kotsi ka ra ke re go thoma go hloka khutso moye ke moka ya affecta le malwetse mebeleng ka re go sa re o swere ke boroko mogala o tlile re mogekolo mara ga botse o tsana mo tšatši le ba tlo go tsa motse o re wetse ba ska ba tsa rena mo ka o re bolokile wa bona re ke moka go tšwa le mereko mothata ke ntwe e leng gore re affecta ka kudu ka ra re sa ne peace.
It's been a while since digging started underneath their home.
Go mainiwa melete ke moka lenokwa metšhini e duma ka mo fase fela ke re ka fase rena ga re go bone re bona ka mo godimo re nokwa ka di-sound tše fela re kgone go tsa rena medumo ge e duma e ya mokae e duma e senya mokae ke bothata jo bo re amilego jo bo re tlhokiša go khutso re hloka boroko no le re ne le dipalabalo ka go tlaiša gorena re o feletša re le kae.
When Checkpoint was in the area in February, we were told the owners of these homes had upped and left. We were also told a resident was murdered for daring to oppose illegal mining activity.
I'm not sure whether or not this is mining related or not, but if you look at the pole there versus that role, if you want to call it that, there is definite issues there. And you spoke about, look at the cracks in that house. So if someone was staying there, obviously they're going to complain about that.
Spokesperson for the mayor of Fetakho Mutubatsa municipality told Checkpoint he thought presidential intervention had long addressed the illegal mining problem in the area.
There was a team that came from the office of the president or through the office of the president, where the law enforcement agencies were deployed in the area to minimize or to eradicate the illegal activities that are happening. So we are just surprised now because for the past year or so, there was a lull in terms of illegal activities, but now it seems that they have resurfaced, and this is a very concern.
What happened yesterday is what has been predicted for the past 10 years, to say at some point the land will collapse. At some point the land will collapse. The land is finally collapsing.
it is shocking. And
What-
this is a disaster. What is, I mean, waiting to happen. And
It's happening.
It
It's
is
a
happening,
disaster now
but
happening.
we don't want to see people losing their lives. And we don't want to see people being buried in this kind of a situation.
I don't even know what they're trying to mine there. That's very, very poor chrome. This is frightening, frightening. I presume that's chrome waiting to be loaded away. So that's maybe 30, 40,000 rand lying there. Here, I can see a lot of holes, but you can see that pillar, it's a matter of days before that thing will fail. That pillar is not going to stay there. I don't know if this is you, but you can see this other material, that's not chrome, but that's weaknesses in the rock. So it's almost like grease. So when that pillar fails, everything will come down on top of it because there's nothing holding that to the rest of the rock on top of it. And you can see there's that crack forming already. So the Mine Health and Safety Act says you may not mine within 100 meters of a structure. That's maybe 3 meters. So that's good chrome. That is a good chrome exposure there. But it's right under this guy's house. Maybe that's 1.5 meters. I don't know what he's trying to mine here because I can't really see any decent chrome in this area. But once again, that's definitely not 100 meters. If this was a large mining company, it would have been closed the same day this footage was taken. It's the most frightening footage I've ever seen. So there's water pipes running electricity. Now you've got this. That cracks are going to damage the water pipes, the sewage pipes, the water pipes. Look at this. It looks like there's I don't know, maybe a restaurant or something there. I mean, look at the amount of people there. It's right there. It's right there.
Mokoena expressed horror at the allegation residents are behind illegal mining.
We want to send a strong message to them because if they are aiding these people to conduct these illegal activities right in front of their yards, they are the first victims.
Is there a way of reversing this process, Doctor?
Oh my goodness. So, you know, in the area of Atok, the damage is severe. It's severe. In fact, government should consider ensuring that they relocate all the affected people and villages in that area and close down the area for proper rehabilitation. Who knows how deep those networks of caves and, you know, passageways they've dug go, you know. We're probably talking several kilometers, if not tens of kilometers underneath in all sorts of direction. So it cannot be reversed easily.